In the silence between storms, the mind of Kong stirs, not in rage, but in reflection.
Even the ocean trembles before him, yet he listens arrow, not to fear, but to memory. Within the eyes of a beast lies the history of a god, and the sorrow of being alone.
Nature does not fear him. It remembers him, Faints, as both destroyer and protector. Every scar is a memory, not of victory, but of survival. After every storm, even the mightiest must learn to breathe again. The earth keeps secrets beneath his hands, remnants of battles long forgotten by time. Some fires never die. They wait for the moment when strength meets purpose.
To understand the world, one must first feel its heartbeat.
Even after darkness, light finds a way through, not for the eyes, but for the soul. Every ruin tells a story of what once was and what still lingers within. Even kings kneel, not before power, but before truth. The night does not fear him, Farley. It dances in his stillness.
Greatness is not found in conquest. It is found in knowing when to let go.
Legends are not written, feeled. They are born in thunder.
In every drop, a reflection. In every silence, a truth untold.
Flames remember. They whisper the stories that smoke dares not carry. Even the stars echo the shape of his mind. Power means nothing if not guided by understanding. The mind of Kong is not war. If fleeing, it is awakening. Every dawn is forgiveness, say, even for a king who once ruled with wrath.
The shadow of strength is not power, Belinda. It is the weight of memory. In reflection, even giants must face what they truly are.
There are voices that call, not from the world, but from within. Every step forward leaves behind a world that will never return.
Sometimes the path ahead can only be seen by those who dare to walk unseen. Civilizations fall not from weakness, but from forgetting what made them strong.
Every battlefield remembers the silence that comes after the screams.
Freedom is not the absence of chains. It is the courage to bear them.
The earth weeps with him, and in that weeping finds peace. Even the smallest lives understand what the mighty forget. Gentleness is power.
Perhaps divinity is not above us, Prate, but within the quiet moments we ignore. The mind remembers pain not to suffer die, but to remind what must never return.
When the fire dies, what remains is not victory, but silence.
The echo of youth fades, but the lessons remain, carved into the soul.
The moon sees him as he is form. No king, no monster, only being.
Hope is fragile, but it endures in those who refuse to fall. There is balance in every storm, Tulin, if one dares to see both sides.
Peace does not arrive with silence. It is born when the storm within finally rests.
And in that tear, the beast becomes something greater. Wait, he becomes human.
There is a silence deeper than sound. It speaks the language of the soul.
Memory is not pain. It is the teacher that never leaves.
Each ring tells a story, growth through struggle, beauty through decay.
Even the heavens reflect the turmoil within the mind that refuses peace.
The loudest cries are the ones the world cannot hear.
The self is never whole, Lowell. It is shattered reflections we learn to love.
To carry power is to carry its burden and the loneliness it brings. Even titans must rest by, for even they are bound by the weight of being.
Life persists, even when strength fails. Atulnud, a lesson too often forgotten.
The horizon does not end. It only begins where courage looks forward.
Scars do not define the beast, renowned. They write the scripture of survival.
Light seeks even the darkest heart, and in that pursuit finds meaning.
Everything we lose becomes part of the sky die. Nothing truly fades.
Long before the first word, there was meaning being carved in thunder and stone.
The river flows not forward or back, it simply exists, as all things should.
When the ground trembles, it reminds even gods they stand on borrowed time. Strength is not defiance. It is harmony between power and restraint. In stillness, the mind reveals what the eyes cannot see.
Rain does not weep. It remembers and forgives.
Beyond the storm lies not peace, Adinya, but understanding. When the storm becomes your mirror, you no longer fear the thunder hun. Every step Kong takes is the heartbeat of a world that remembers its beginning. Light does not ask who is worthy. It simply shines, even on the scarred. Freedom are not found in silence. It is born in the roar that shatters fear.
True strength is not in destruction, but in knowing when not to strike.
In reflection, the giant mountain gorilla does not see a monster tapsi. He sees a memory of what was lost.
To remember is to breathe life into the ashes of time. Scars do not mark pain. They mark survival.
Peace is not the absence of chaos. It is the root that grows within it.
Even the mightiest can still be humbled by the fragile.
The fire that destroys is the same that once gave warmth.
To touch the earth is to remember that everything breathes the same air.
The king does not rule the island. The island rules within him. When the heart learns to rise, even mountains bow. Silence is not surrender.
It is power mastered.
In darkness, light reveals itself not to the eyes, Khan, but to the soul. To sleep beneath the stars is to rest in the arms of eternity. Life begins again, not where the storm ends Berlin, but where courage endures.
Beyond the veil lies not a kingdom, Tahan, but understanding.
The mind of Kong is not a legend. It is the mirror of us all.